All right, this Buru SEC filing is interesting. They just did it today at 5 p.m. All right, so everybody usually thinks that this common stock share potential, but this is resale. This is going to be like probably a warrant deal, and maybe had people that had been early investor holding warrants, they're going to be allowed to sell. So this isn't like technically new shares being made. This is the people that own these 40,700,000 shares have the potential to resell them. But maybe this is going to correlate with something. So they're saying it was probably an early financing deal to secure funding without immediate public dilution. That's when we don't really know what it was yet, but it's going to. They're saying the perception could be to avoid desperation while signaling stability, because this might be something they have to do before they can start the road to the Techni stuff. Remember, the Techni stuff, they have to abide by the Italian government's golden power guidance, which doesn't block the deal, but it structured it in stages. Now, here's why I think I'm even more bullish on Buru after going into all this. They already have 67, whatever Italian money is, in orders to the Techni Advanced Systems. So this is what they sell. So Techni sells this thing called this tactical bubble, which it's part of a larger 50 million plus multi-phase contract already in deployment during Italian military exercises like Stella Pino. So this tactical bubble has already been used and purchased. Now they're saying a backlog across 60 clients in 7 countries. So that's what Techni needs to be getting on. And we're still in all phase 1. So 7.5 million contract backlog transferred to the new U.S. joint venture. That is what the first thing is happening. So now Buru is working on this, launching in Q4 for the Blue Laser Defense Solutions. And then phase 2, Q4 joint venture to deploy laser-based tech, backed by U.S. R&D and sales. I mean, if they're doing all of this on exact schedule, which would be insane, this Buru, but that way. So the tactical bubble, that would be what you would want to see if people would want. And what this would be, it's fully operational under full deployment. But it's not like when you think of it's more like an AI. At its heart is an encrypted layered communication system using advanced electronics and digital interfaces, enables real-time data sharing, voice, video, and command signal among front lines, high command, and allied assets. NATO compatible. The system creates a bubble of protected airspace, electromagnetic spectrum around units, forming a tactical network that can operate independently or interconnect with broader military infrastructure. Radar, electro-optical infrared cameras provide 360-degree surveillance. It uses AI-driven analytics to identify threats in real time, an unmanned aerial system. So, call me Lindsey Graham, but that sounds interesting. And then, once the threat is detected, the system activates an operated guide, countermeasures for drones. It deploys electronic jamming to disrupt control signals or directed energy elements. If it does all that fucking shit, then is it what? That's a lot. That seems like an important kind of thing. If this is doing what it says it's doing. And why would Giorgia Meloni, our fucking fascist Italian queen, of course this would be her shit. Well, geez Louise. Sensor scan for anomalies. AI processes data, classified threats. So this is an AI. Kind of like, it sounds a little bit like Palantir. No. That can't be Palantir. I don't know. The bubble activates. This is just a bubble. So this is doing stuff in real time, whereas you would say Palantir is doing stuff we don't even know. But this also, it's not as big. It operates in degraded environments via redundant nodes. Who's doing the power? The power is portable generators with module design. Who does generators? What else could this hook up to? Limitations. So this limitation, it is not a whole city. Like, that's not what this, primary ground-based vehicle mounted or fixed, range is tactical up to several kilometers for detection. See, vulnerable to extreme weather or heavy EW saturation without backups. Draws vehicle power. Well, that would just be a matter of, they could fix that. They could find. But this sounds like something, then they're going to add lasers to it. Margarine was right, except it wasn't Israel. It was Buru. Who would have thought? They announced their mandate is to develop a new defense tech solution integrating technical license with Nuburu's Blue Laser platform to create proprietary IP for allied markets. I don't even know. That sounds crazy. Funding. I have a lot of funding. They'll have to fund this. This sounds expensive. Blue Laser. But if they are selling that platform, if they do have that backlog, and they already got the 7.5 million, and then they're going to get, I don't know how much laser funding it needs, but who knows? Maybe the government gives them some. Would a laser just shoot everything right out of the sky? Wouldn't lasers make Hans's drones in a box not as important? But I don't know. You would have to incinerate it entirely, or it would cause a bunch of damage to the ground. They're saying too, Grok AI, after I plugged in these articles, is saying that it pioneers a high brightness blue diode laser, and it's ahead of them. And Lockheed develops the Athena, and that one deployed. Oh no, that one already has one. Raytheon already has one. Those asses. But either way, I think blue lasers all the rage, and they'll be good for things too. They'll help people, I think.